Welcome to the NCAA Softball Regionals presented by Capital One. Only 2 teams remain in this Fayetteville Regional, and these fans are ready for number 5 Arkansas, the home team taking on the USF Bulls, playing for a spot in the Super Regionals. As we take a look at the bracket, Arkansas, first time in program history, they run-rolled both of their regional opponents to get to this final, but USF will get a second chance at the Razorbacks today after an emotional roller coaster win yesterday against Washington. Hi everybody, so glad you can be with us. I'm Krista Blanc alongside 2-time All-American and national champ at Florida, Alicia Ocasio. Alicia, you have been in a Sunday regional final. There's a Super Regional on the line. What's going through the minds of these teams right here?
Well, this is the best time of the year. This is what these teams prepare for since September. The Women's College World Series is the end goal, but it starts here. The game is on the line. Arkansas has been so dominant. They have run-ruled Fordham and also USF. USF has to beat them twice. Arkansas can get out with only 1 win.
Boy, you are right. Arkansas has been so impressive in the circle, but also with their bats. They brought some power here to this regional.
Well, Arkansas is such a well-rounded team. While their pitching has been exceptional, their offense continues to pass the bat. They have 6 players hitting over 500 in this regional, hitting 4 tanks. They are all gas, no brakes.
They have been incredibly impressive with the bats, but as we mentioned, in the circle as well. Take a look at these numbers. 17 runs, the 4 home runs, but the pitching has been stellar as well. 1 earned run and 10 strikeouts. And then for USF though, who's a player for the Bulls that's been standing out to you that you think could make a big difference?
Man, the whole top of this lineup has pieced things together, gotten on base, but Alexa Galligani, 6 for 11, 3 RBI. She's come up in big moments for South Florida, so they're going to look to her for some more production.
Yeah, she has been a consistent go-to for the Bulls. Which team will keep their season alive and make their way to the Super Regionals? It's Arkansas and South Florida. Starting lineup in the pitch after this. Emotions were high, and for good reason, Saturday in the elimination round. Second inning, malicious contact was called on the Bulls freshman Torrin Fulton, running from second to third, running into Giselle Alvarez at third base. Coach Ken Erickson, he and Fulton were ejected. Coach arguing his case. But Coach is back, and so is Torrin. As you know, emotions are going to be high. These games mean something. It's win or go home, Alicia.
They matter, and Coach Erickson, one thing he's going to do is fight for his team, a controversial play, but they came in all smiles, dancing their way to the dugout.
Let's take a look at the USF lineup. Starting lineup brought to you by Capital One. Olivia Elliott, she has really been dynamic.
Yeah, at the top of the lineup, she's been really doing her big one. Yesterday against Arkansas, 0 for 3, but against Washington went 3 for 3, had that home run that really was the catalyst for that inning.
Elliott, the leadoff, really spearheaded things, as you said, in yesterday's Game 3. Good contact there, but even better defense. That's Bell at first. Good reaction time by her. In the circle, Peyton Burnham getting the start, the sophomore. She was solid yesterday.
Yeah, 6 innings against Fordham. Only given up 3 hits, had 6 strikeouts. This whole staff has been very steady for the Razorbacks. And they're looking to her today to shut that door on USF.
Yeah, she actually got that win, on Friday's game. That Game 1 against Fordham, 6 strikeouts in that one. There are her numbers. What do you like about her game?
I think she's able to move the ball around really, really well. Throws in the mid to high 60s. She has a really confident off-speed pitch, that changeup, even an off-speed curve that she can throw.
Soto sends it out to center, and Johnson is right there. USF's jumping on some of the first pitches here, but so far not been able to find an opening.
Yeah, they're just a really aggressive South Florida team, and we saw it last night too against Washington. You saw them make an adjustment in the later innings. They started just jumping on Reimer when she came in, and Washington had to use 4 separate pitchers in order to get through that game, and ultimately didn't come out alive. But that just goes to show the momentum that USF's trying to carry into this game.
You're right. I think it was the difference. I think it's really what made the energy in that one. It's 2 down. Alexa Galligani. Good swing and contact there, but again, Johnson, right place, right time. So it's 3 up, 3 down. An excellent start for the home team. Number 5, Arkansas. We'll see what they can do with the bats when we come back. Packed house here at Bogle Park as number 5 Arkansas trying to make their way to another super regional. They're going to have to get past USF. Their head coach, Courtney Deifel, her 11th season as the head coach and 9 straight years to the NCAA tournament. Incredible job what she has done here. Her team lost in the Fayetteville Super Regional last year, so hoping to get back there as well. As we take a look at the Arkansas starting lineup, brought to you by Capital One and Carly Davison. She's just one of those players, whatever you need, I'll get it done for you.
Yeah, Carly Davison, responsible for 8 of the 17 Arkansas runs in this regional. Had a grand slam yesterday. She transferred from Utah a few years ago, has made an impact since she stepped on campus.
She really has. She's just a true team player, but I feel that way about this regional as a whole. These teams have not maybe one major superstar that stands out, but they just have such versatility and balance.
I mean, I think that's why they're here.
Yeah.
They're able to piece things together. If maybe they're not hitting, they've got the defense, they've got the pitching to be able to hold them together. But this Arkansas team, I think I said it already, I mean, they're well-rounded. They got the pitching. They've been able to execute throughout the whole entire lineup, not just the top.
That's a great point. In the circle, the start for Carly Ernst, the sophomore right-handed pitcher. Got the start yesterday against Washington. Had a career high 8 strikeouts in that one. So a great start for her, and we see her again today.
Yeah, she was masterful yesterday. Did give up 2 earned runs, but you are facing a team that's gritty on offense. Throws in the low 60s, does have a full arsenal. You see her move the ball around, but does work mostly east to west. But her confidence yesterday was really impressive, Krista.
Yeah, it really was. She hadn't pitched in a little while. It was one of her first times in the circle, and our first time to see her yesterday, but she really stood out today. Coach Erickson's team got to get it done, both in the field as well as with the bats. They know they're facing some tough competition. It feels like this number 5 team, Arkansas, has just coasted through, but no way they're looking past a team like USF.
And I just think you can. I mean, we've already seen the upsets around the country. You cannot look past any opponent.
Choppy shot over. Garcia Soto takes care of it. So Reagan Johnson not able to find an opening there. One down for the Razorbacks. And there's the spark plug and the kind of the igniter of this team, Kathy Garcia Soto on second.
She just brings a ton of energy. I think you talked about her igniting that. She is just the emotional person for this South Florida team. She's the catalyst, and she gets it started. A ton of energy from her all the time.
Oh, you got that right. Brinley Bain to the plate, the freshman from Eagleville, Tennessee. 3 walks against this USF team. These teams faced each other in the winners bracket first game of the day yesterday, and it was USF, a tough one. The loss 9-1 in 6 innings pushed them into the elimination rounds, and then they ended up meeting up with Washington to get the win and to get themselves here. Hard shot, sends it out center field, up and over Galligani, and she'll make the turn to second, sliding in safely. Good connection for Bain and her 18th double on the season.
Bain, the freshman. I mean, we've talked a lot about Reagan Johnson this regional, but Brinley Bain is another table setter at the top of the lineup. She is a doubles machine. That's her 18th double of the year. Drives this ball deep to the fence, legs it out to second. A good start for the Arkansas Razorbacks.
A player that Coach Deifel says is just special. She's a calming presence, always prepared, really special.
Yeah, a freshman coming in and hitting in that 2-spot, elite zone awareness. Really has bad at-bats.
He's the second most doubles by any player in program history with those 18. And you don't see a first-year player come in and do the things that she does, especially in this SEC conference, and keep her numbers up when she gets to conference play.
Players like her, when you see them play the way that she's playing as a freshman, you kind of, you look at her like you might be a generational player with the way that you've been producing.
No doubt about it. Number 9 recruit coming in the nation. Ella McDowell up now for the Razorbacks. Sophomore. Hard shot. Oh, and got her! The igniter once again. Kathy Garcia Soto and the double play for USF. How about number 41? They are second in the nation in that category, and showing you why.
And Kathy Garcia Soto flashes the leather. Arkansas tries to challenge him, but Kathy says no, no, no.
USF bringing the defense to this regional, Alicia.
Man, that's one thing that USF is good for. They're going to make some flashy plays. You see here Wilkes to Kathy to Nelson. You've seen it time and time again. Their fourth double play made right here. Kathy Garcia Soto, the line drive and dive into second base, taking them back into the dugout. The energy, the willingness to run through a wall for their pitchers. I love to see it, Krista.
You know, there are always some of those big plays. There's certain plays that can really lift the team up. I'm guessing a big double play like that's one of those.
It absolutely is. It's got to give you energy. It's got to give you a lot of confidence moving forward. But this is something that they've done all year.
That's true.
This is the kind of team that, you know, Coach E fosters, giving it their all in practice every single day.
Both of our teams are two of the best in the nation in double play making. USF is second in that category now with 41, and Arkansas is third in the nation with 36 double plays as well.
And you just think about the amount of times that these teams are practicing throughout the year. They start in September. They're doing all the little things, all the mundane things that are, you know, so boring, Krista. You do the same play a million times to get it right, but even the plays that you don't see often, these players are still doing them a million times. There's no uncharted territory defensively for these top schools.
So USF coming off of the big D. Now taking the walk. That's Alex Wilkes down to first. Burnham in the circle. Getting the win in game one on Friday against Fordham. Start to finish, and Burnham, a player that missed due to some illness in the preseason, and she ended up playing with really a painful kind of full body, a virus causing a rash, but she had to just play through it. Really tough player.
It's one of those things that she just kind of had to let pass, and then once it passed, had to work on getting her stamina back. Caused a lot of fatigue. Couldn't speed the recovery process, couldn't take anything to help, just kind of had to let it take its course.
Really incredible, as there's a hard chopper from Pierce down the third baseline, and McDowell got the tip of her glove on it. Very good start for USF this inning.
And Pierce has been red hot. This one, this chopper, right over the head of McDowell at third base. I think she's maybe playing a little bit in with how much this team sacrificed bunts.
Whatever they got to do to get on and get their teammates around, as showing one right there was Dania Brooks with 2 on and no outs. Brooks, the junior, had an RBI in the win last night against Washington. Nice job by Miller behind the plate to knock that one down. Chance to go have a quick chat with Peyton Burnham.
South Florida understands the importance of being able to execute in moments like these. They like to sack bunt. They do little things to push runners across, especially with a team like Arkansas, who's been so violent in the box, can put up numbers, and essentially won this game against South Florida in 1 inning.
They did. They came right out 5 runs in the first inning. They flipped it over to where Arkansas was the away team, the visiting team, which meant they batted first in the game yesterday against South Florida, and boy, did they get the bats going immediately. That's a tough deficit, being down 5-0 to start the game to come back from. 3-1 the count to Brooks with 2 on. Good contact, but foul on that one. Wilkes on second. She walked. That's the first walk that Arkansas has given up this entire weekend. And then the single by Pierce. She's on first. See if Brooks can add to her RBI totals. Got jammed a little bit. A little blooper to the infield. And they're not going to get her. Little miscommunication between Davison and Burnham, as that one kept hanging up there, and now bases loaded.
Brooks, a good at bat. Kind of gets handcuffed a little bit, falls into no man's land in front of second base, but she has some speed on her, man. She just legged that one out. Bases loaded for South Florida. I know she tried to sack bunt early in the count, but ran it up to where she got 2 strikes and really just battled.
This is a Bulls team that plays a pretty loose game. They really enjoy one another. They know when they have to bring the business side, but Coach lets them have a lot of freedom, and they were loose coming into this one. That's kind of what you got to do when you're coming into this scenario, I'm guessing.
Krista, I truly believe that is why they're so good. Yes, they're talented on the diamond, but because Coach Erickson allows them to be themselves, and they also know when to turn that switch on, like you said, business-like on the other side of the spectrum, but they're themselves, and they are themselves unapologetically.
Nelson, dribbler, can they get the turn? They do, but a run comes across as Wilkes gets the score. And the defense turning it there to help out this pitcher, Burnham.
Almost an automatic double play ball by Nelson, but I guess the silver lining is that bases were loaded, that they didn't necessarily want to go home on that. It wasn't hit that hard. Took a few bounces.
Figuring they're going to have to try to score something anyway to win this, so if they can just give up one, it would be huge. And for USF, they were 0 for 2 yesterday with bases loaded, so good to see them bring a run across in that situation.
They also haven't seen Burnham just yet. They faced Heron, who had the start in their last matchup, and then Timmerman came and relieved Heron from the left side.
Little something on that from Burnham as Strott takes the big swing and miss.
Strott's looking for...
It's under this, and Wyckoff up on it. But taking advantage of some runners on, one across, and it's USF scoring first here in this regional final. All across the nation, 16 regional sites and 16 regional finals that started today to determine which of the 16 winners will move on to the Super Regionals. This Arkansas team, their 9th appearance, 6th as the regional host. They've only been to the Super Regionals 4 times, and they have not been to the Women's College World Series. That's a big goal for this veteran-laden team.
Well, I think they've got the tools, Krista. They've got, pitching. They've got depth in the circle. Got some heavy hitters, and they've got a great defense.
The winner of this Super Regional here today will face the winner in the Durham bracket. And that is a close one right now between the host team Duke and Arizona. Arizona forcing Duke into the elimination round after knocking them off yesterday. So they're battling it out now in the finals.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, in the postseason, anything can happen, and that's why you can't take a pitch off.
Bell to the shortstop, Wilkes, and into the ground. Nicely handled by Nelson at first for out number 1. It's going to bring up Dakota Kennedy. She has had an impressive bat this entire regional.
She's one of those players that's hitting 500. I mentioned 6 Razorbacks hitting 500 or over 500 these past 2 games. They've just been on fire, seeing the ball pretty big. Dakota Kennedy, I feel like, is always seeing the ball pretty big.
Outside corner found by Ernst on that one. One to Kennedy, the senior from Sacramento, California. Big home run in the win on Friday against Fordham, and then 2 for 3, a double in yesterday's win against these Bulls.
The transfer from Arizona, first team all SEC this year, and first team every year she's been in college. That just tells you how consistent that she's been her whole entire career. Got injured early this year against Oklahoma. Now wears that knee brace.
Yes. I'm glad to have her back. Boy, full contact and swing there, but out in center is Galligani to make the out. Yeah, that was excellent contact though by Kennedy. Big D from USF.
Every time Dakota Kennedy takes a hack, it's always a big one. She has so much power off the bat. It's hit so hard. But Galligani, a complete athlete out in center field. You see her leap up for that one. Kind of does the Jordan
She did.
logo.
I know. I'd have to get a deal signed.
Right.
So
Make a
2 down.
call.
There you go. Carly Davison up. We talked about what she did yesterday with her grand slam. First inning, those 5 runs by Arkansas against this USF team. Thanks in big part to her, one of the captains.
Carly Davison has some experience in the World Series. Yes, Arkansas has not made it there yet, but Carly Davison transferred from Utah after her sophomore season, made that run to the World Series with Mariah Lopez in the circle. So she's been there, she knows what it takes. She's also coached at Utah by one of Arkansas's associate head coaches, DJ Gasso, who gave her a call within 5 minutes of entering the portal. I mean, how special is that?
Yeah, he knew what he'd be getting with a player like Carly Davison, as strike called there. There's DJ Gasso, associate head coach now in his 3rd season here at Arkansas, and spent 3 seasons at Utah, as you mentioned. And was part of that Women's College World Series run in 2022.
Man, Coach Courtney Deifel just had nothing but great things to say about him, and Arkansas has set records in numerous offensive categories upon his arrival. Yes, the son of Coach Patty Gasso, but has made his own way, has forged his own path. That's something Coach Deifel was adamant about in our conversation with her as well.
Swing from Davison. Oh, and almost there was Galligani. But a stand-up double on this 2-out situation. Davison keeping the hopes alive.
Davison has been slugging, but look at where Gallegani starts shaded in left center field. Gets horizontal, but just cannot keep her glove there to secure the ball.
Ernst was really hoping Gallegani could help her out with that one. 7th double of the season for Davison. Brings up Rijo, takes the first one up and over Garcia Soto. And Arkansas is going to tie this up. The RBI by Rijo brings Davison across. This crowd is up and making some noise.
2 back-to-back hard-hit doubles in right center field. Rijo takes this pitch on the outer half and gets her barrel around a shot to right center. Arkansas didn't need much time to even that one out.
Sure did not. That was the first pitch to Rijo, and she took it and sent it. As Coach Erickson has made his way to the circle.
Long-standing tradition here in Arkansas. Woo Pig Sooie.
I love it. One of the best crowds out there.
We have some loyal fans, some consistent fans. One of the best parks in the nation to play at besides Florida.
No, yeah, exactly. Just where you play. And that's a beautiful park as well. So some pitchers warming up in the bullpen for the Bulls. You see Long on the right and Schroding right there, number 9. Going to leave Ernst in for the moment. See if she can get out of this one. They've got 2 outs with Rijo on second. Carly Wyckoff, senior from Katy, Texas.
Interesting enough, Carly Ernst batting average against lefties is .306 compared to a right-handed hitter that's only hitting .196. So look at stats. I mean, the stats tell you that lefties typically see her a little bit better than a right-handed hitter.
And this is an Arkansas lineup that's got a handful of left-handed batters.
5 today in the starting lineup.
And taking the walk, Wyckoff makes her way to first. With 2 down. It'll be Kennedy Miller in the 9 spot. Good to see her back, the junior catcher. She got hit off of a deflection yesterday of an at-bat and ended up not coming back in. And it's good to see her back into the lineup.
Ernst, if I'm Ernst, I'm going right at her. I'm not going to give her anything sweet to hit, but Kennedy Miller is the only Razorback without a hit this weekend. Going 0 for 5.
Full swing, Gallegani back, but not enough. A 3-run shot. And the lead extended by the Razorbacks with 2 outs.
Wow, I gotta bite the bullet on that one, don't I, Krista?
Just the 3rd home run of the season for Kennedy Miller, but the timing could not have been more perfect.
Wow, this elevated pitch. Miller sends it out to deep center field. A 3 RBI yak. Keeps her hands high, turns and burns. And Arkansas now leading this game. Gallegani had a shot for a second there.
She did all she could out there. It was very close.
You know what? And how great is it? The first hit of the regional for Miller to be able to put her team out in front.
Pitching change by the Bulls. We will let Schroding get warmed up more when we come back. Pitching change for USF. They bring McKenna Schroding to the circle, the sophomore right-handed pitcher from Green Lane, Pennsylvania. Saw her yesterday against Arkansas, 4 innings against them.
Hoping to stop some momentum here Arkansas has on their side. Sophomore coming in. Second relief yesterday against Arkansas, so they've seen her.
All 4 runs coming after 2 outs were made on the Razorbacks. The bottom of the lineup has been stellar, and now back up to Reagan Johnson, the leadoff.
That's when you know a team is on a roll, Krista. When you've got the love spread throughout the whole lineup, not just the top of the lineup. You've got people getting on base, people coming up in big moments, and Miller, who's at the bottom, again, hasn't had a hit and then comes up big to put Arkansas on top. Down in the second, throwing a punch immediately after USF came up in the first.
Yeah, Coach Seifel couldn't say enough about just the balance of this team and really the positives, as you've mentioned with that. I mean, it doesn't matter if the top of the lineup is doing it all for you, but the rest aren't lifting you as well. You got to have everybody. Man, this is quite the group. And she will take the walk. Carly Ernst, the start for USF. There are her numbers. The 4 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts to start.
I think the decision to start her as well wasn't a bad decision either. Carly Ernst, can't forget about her start against Washington yesterday. 4 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, giving up 2 runs, but a really solid outing by the sophomore.
Yeah, again, she came out and really from the start really stood out to us. We were impressed with her confidence in the circle. Arkansas finally figured her out towards the bottom of this lineup. There's Brinley Bain, the double in her last at bat. Fairly windy day as well. 20 to 25 mile an hour. The wind's been blowing out, and maybe up to 30 mile an hour gusts today. A factor at all?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you talk about the home runs that have been hit. You know, we said that we thought that Gallegani had an opportunity to catch them. But sometimes when a ball gets caught in a wind tunnel, there's nothing you can do. It just keeps on pushing, keeps on rolling. But nonetheless, a beautiful day. Just USF's probably not happy about the win at this moment in time.
It's got to be a factor.
But you know what else is a factor too for this Arkansas team? They're senior heavy. Crowd didn't agree with that one.
They're in it.
They are.
I love it.
Talked about them being loyal.
One of the top 3 attendance venues in the nation. Over 3,000 on average they bring in to Bogle Park, and that's just behind Alabama and Oklahoma. And they bring it. I love it. 2-2 to Bain. Opposite direction, drops it in, and Johnson over to second. So the hot bat continuing for Brinley Bain.
Her ability to just take pitches that are literally at her shoulders, be able to keep her hands steady, her barrel even. Just, we talk about the barrel control that this freshman has. I mean, taking a pitch that high and just being able to get inside of it and hit it on a line is a special thing to do.
Bain does not look like a first-year player, that is for certain. There's McDowell with 2 down and 2 on.
And we talked about their business-like mentality. They're, a senior-heavy lineup, very mature, but then you just look at their schedule in the SEC, playing teams like Georgia, Bama, Florida, Auburn. This whole SEC lineup is just a gauntlet.
They finished 6-2 in SEC series. They did not get swept by anyone, and there are multiple ranked teams that you're facing every single weekend, as you mentioned.
I mean, the only ranked opponents that they didn't, or excuse me, the only teams they faced that weren't ranked opponents in SEC play are Auburn and Mizzou.
Yep, got both of those.
Lost 2 series this year, so they are battle tested. And talk about just the bracket and how many teams in the SEC that are in that bracket. I mean, it's very SEC heavy. These teams are competitive.
It absolutely is. 12 teams from the SEC making it in to the NCAA tournament. And hey, don't miss a minute of the action from the NCAA Softball Regionals. We'll take you to the best live action on the 7 Innings Live show on the ESPN app. You can see every game and every big moment on the road to the Women's College World Series, only on the ESPN networks. The goal here today is to get to the Super Regionals, and then you hope to make it to Oklahoma City. As USF having a little team huddle. They've had 2 outs for a while now, and now you've got bases loaded by Arkansas. Trying to get out of this one, making the pitching change, bringing McKenna Schroding in.
I mean, everybody's gotten hit outside of the walks. I mean, hitting 1,000 right now in this inning with bases loaded, just continuing to push the envelope past the bat.
Back to where we started, and Tiana Bell one of those seniors. It's a team in Arkansas with 8 Grand Slams. Bell has one of them. $16 total home runs for her on the season. She got one in this regional.
Yeah, Bell, another transfer, just takes this ball deep. I mean, the love, like I said, has been spread through and through. Arkansas's brought the energy, they brought the bats, and they didn't come to play. One thing about Bell, too, is she's only gotten better throughout her career. Started at Cal, hit .226 her freshman year. Coming into this weekend, hitting .377. She brings so much pop.
Shot, fouls it off. Now she and Dakota Kennedy, the only 2 transfers in this year, but great gets for Coach Courtney Deifel, especially after graduating. Bree Ellis from last season was an incredible hitter for this group, a slugger and National Player of the Year, now playing professionally. So yeah, you lose a player like that, you got to try to fill those shoes, and she's doing a pretty good job with these 2.
Yeah, she found 2 for 1.
Exactly. Bell pops it up. Out to Galligani, and this one, luckily for her, right where she was, but some damage done, no doubt about it.
But how about Kennedy Miller, her first hit of the tournament, a home run to put Arkansas on top. Arkansas 4-1.
An historic season we have going this year in NCAA softball, and here are some historic performances. Really incredible, Alicia, what we've seen. Look at Danley, first Florida State player with 3 homers. Alyssa Fairclough, that no-hitter, knocking Oregon out as a host. The home run ball continues as well. And how about Jordy Fromm? We talked about her a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, 16 strikeouts. That's tough to do, especially in postseason. All the pressure's on. A lot of records being broken, not only on the pitching side, but Megan Grant just crushing it. I mean,
I love it. So fun to see, and it's really going to be interesting. There's no way to predict what's going to happen and who's going to make it to Oklahoma City. We're keeping our eyes on the Durham Regional. The winner of our game here will face the winner of that one. Duke, the ranked host team, was forced into the elimination rounds as there's a little dribbler, and it's taken care of as Fulton didn't quite get the full bat on it. As we take a look at the back bracket quickly, so keeping an eye on Duke and Arizona. So Duke just beats Arizona. Now they have to play a second game because they were forced into that elimination round.
And they were taking punches all game. Duke,
Yes.
Arizona, back to Duke. Then Arizona, Duke ultimately comes out on top. So the second game, I think, it's going to be a good one.
So many lead changes. They faced each other in the winner's bracket, and a couple of errors in the first inning were really costly to Duke, and Arizona capitalized. So, but multiple run rules for Duke. They'd either been run ruling their opponents, or they got the run rules
by Arizona.
handed to them by Arizona. Yeah.
Just a lot of high-scoring games, a lot of big numbers. I know one that stunned us the other night was the UCLA Cal Baptist game.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And then even before that, we talked about FSU and Stetson getting the upset. It's FSU coming out of it.
Come back as well in the final inning.
Wow, yeah, that one. Last night, Oregon.
Yes.
Watching them as well.
It's been fun. We've had some great play here. Last night's game between Washington and USF to determine who would be facing Arkansas. I mean, lead change after lead change, just back and forth. And really impressed with a young Washington team that just continue to get better and better. Top of the lineup. This is Olivia Elliott with one away. Over this one, sends it out to Johnson, all the way back to the wall, but makes the play. That one just kept going. We talked about the wind, maybe helping Elliott out, but not quite enough.
I mean, Elliott gets under this one, but man, Reagan Johnson is a grass fairy. I mean, she covers so much ground, able to track balls down really well. Likes to get dirty, make good plays out there as well. Gold Glover.
No doubt. Good idea there by Kathy Garcia Soto, trying to go the opposite direction. And the wind still blowing out. It's been full sun yesterday, the majority of the day. Some clouds today in the wind. But for the most part, it's been picture perfect. Garcia Soto, three-time Defensive Player of the Year in the American Conference. And she has shown us why this entire regional. Little chopper in the backhand by Burnham and gets it done. 3 up, 3 down for the Arkansas Razorbacks with the 4-1 lead heading to the final.
There is nothing like the Women's College World Series.
Oh, not that far away. There's still some play, though, before you make your way to Oklahoma City as we take a look at some of the storylines. St. Mary's eliminating the ranked team at Oregon. First regional final appearance program history. Texas Tech, we were just talking about that comeback. They pushed it to 8th, and they were down 8 runs and able to push it into extra innings to win it. But the 3 national seeds facing elimination today ranked Texas A&M. They got to win 2, Florida State and Duke, forcing the extra games to try to move on to the super regionals. USF would have to do the same thing here. They would have to make this a 2-game day if they are going to make it to the super regionals.
I was shocked seeing the Oregon game too, but when you think about just not having their ace, with Lindsey Green having an eye infection,
yes,
not able to throw,
really
got to
unfortunate.
go to the rest of your staff. It is
just terrible timing. Felt so bad for her. Is Dakota Kennedy up again. Game 1 against Fordham. She had a big shot.
Yeah, I was really surprised at how she was able to take this low and outside pitch and drive it over the left field fence, barely fair. A 2-run shot to walk it off.
Just shows her the power, the strength that she has. Cannot wait to watch her become your teammate in the AUSL. She was awarded the golden ticket and she'll be part of your team, the Carolina Blaze. It'll be fun.
I'm excited to play with her. I think she's a dog every time she steps on the field, but I've heard nothing but great things about the kind of person she is, and I think that matters even more than how good you are on the field.
No doubt.
But she can definitely make an impact.
Yeah, she's been already showing her ability to play like a pro, and there you see when she was awarded. And the commissioner handing it off. Kimmy. Love that. Drop a shot back to Schroding, and she handles it to first for out number 1. Well, your team did pretty well in this draft right here.
Yeah, we got Carlin Pickett, Reese Atwood, Dakota Kennedy. I mean, the pitching, the hitting, the catching. I mean, we feel like we got it all.
Hey, there you do. They've got
excited, and congrats to these players and the rest of the players who are able to extend their careers into the pro realm.
It's going to be a fun season. You're already training, conditioning, getting yourself ready.
Man, I tell you, it's hard. It's hard to eat well on the road too.
That's right.
I had Burger King last night. I'm not proud about that one.
I won't tell your coach.
Yeah. It's a fun time. It's training
so
all
much
year.
Talent. Now you're getting ready as you've been training and getting ready for this time. Just one down. Carly Davison up. Carly Davidson's really the one that kind of sparked things last inning. They were 2 outs, and then she got a double. Riho came up behind her, got one as well, and really kick-started the bats.
Yeah, I think she's just been really hot, seeing the ball really well, and then being able to take different pitches and put barrel on it and hit it solid for extra base hits. 10 home runs on the year.
Faced the Bulls yesterday. First game of the day in the winner's bracket at that time. And she pops this one up, though, for out number 2. So 2 down, and we'll bring Riho up next for Arkansas. Speed and taking it, Riho fouls it back. Fan getting the souvenir. Making contact, but got to straighten it out is Carly Davison. Some off-season surgery for her. She missed all of fall with the team. And kind of sat, watched, learned a lot going through the injury, but they were able to get her back, and she's been full go since.
I feel like this is a player, Rio, that just kind of falls under the radar a little bit. Is starting shortstop for this Arkansas team, but have one of her best offensive and defensive seasons. A lot of maturity she's had throughout her career.
Yeah, you think about that. I'm with you on that. I don't think we talk about her nearly enough. She kind of gets lost in the shuffle. Not overly flashy, just gets the job done, I guess.
Gets the job done.
Yeah.
I think she just handles business. Quiet confidence.
Definitely playing shortstop. Gotta have that kind of mentality.
I think too that, you know, you talk about going under the radar, but I think that itself has given her more confidence because it doesn't always fall on her. She's got people around her that can pick her up, and she's got lineup support.
And that's exactly what Coach Deifel says she loves about this group, that they don't have to just put all the pressure on one individual's shoulders. They know they can rely on their teammates. It's really something what they have done. They have tied their record from last year of run rule games with 23 of them. That's more run rules than half of their wins this season. They have really dominated the majority of their opponents.
I mean, they're just all gas, no brakes. I think with how Courtney Deifel talked about just the temperament of this team, I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't make it into the Women's College World Series. Granted, they have to go through this game first and win next weekend, but I think they have all the tools. And Courtney Deifel say the consistent energy all year long.
And just missing there, Schroding. And a full count to Riho. Still some Bulls fans, they've made it to Fayetteville. And Schroding well up there, so the walk with 2 down to Riho.
We talked about maturity. I mean, that's a mature at bat to be able to run the count deep and take your walk. I mean, that ball was sent into orbit a little bit, not non-competitive pitch, but still to be able to have that calmness to you, especially with 2 outs, past the bat.
Assuming that happens every once in a while. So there's a little humidity in the air too, right?
That's why these pitchers keep that chalk behind them.
Yep.
You see that chalk ball?
Wyckoff over to Garcia Soto, and out number 3 taken care of. We will catch up with the head coach Ken Erickson when we come back after this break. Welcome back to the NCAA Softball Regionals presented by Capital One. Full house here at Bogle Park for this regional final. Winner moving on to the Super Regionals. And we're joined now by the Bulls head coach Ken Erickson. And coach, your team, what a fight they had being forced into the elimination rounds. But boy, did they bring it last night. What'd you talk about after you saw them yesterday evening?
I didn't. I was still in jail at the clubhouse. They didn't let me talk to anybody until I got back to the hotel. I told them I was really proud of the way they were resilient, you know, got through some adversity type of stuff and earned the right to play against a team that does not miss strikes. You know, these guys are an epitome. If you want to learn the game, And watch the hitters. You watch the Arkansas hitters. They are ready for the strike, and they lay off the bad pitches. So it's not a really hard game if you can do that.
Your team always seems to be loose, always seems to have energy and plays with a smile on their face. How proud are you of this group that just seems to have a ton of fight in them?
Well, you know, I go back to Skip Bertman, he was a great coach at the University of Miami baseball. This ain't world hunger, man. This is a game, and if you can keep the perspective of it and enjoy it and learn lessons from it, you're in a great shape. You got a great chance to win. And if we can play flawless, we have a better chance.
Well, Coach, you're giving us a good one so far. We'll see if we have one or two today. Thanks
All right,
so much.
sounds good. Thank you.
Appreciate it. I love that perspective, Alicia. I think he's got the right mindset. And again, a former player at every level. He is coaching his alma mater. He played college ball at USF and then played professionally, part of the national team programs as well. But the right mindset, and I think you can feel that with his team.
Yeah, I mean, this is a coach that will be inducted into the Hall of Fame
Yes.
as well, the NFC Hall of Fame in December. I mean,
This was the pregame, staying loose, working on some routines, having some push-up competitions. Those are the things you do. But some of those are the memories, I'm sure, that you can think back and think about your teammates and the kind of those silly, fun moments that you had. Those are the things that are going to probably stick with you, other than maybe winning a championship.
yeah, I mean, they always look like they're having a ton of fun, Krista. And Coach Erickson just fosters that type of environment for them to be able to be themselves. And we can talk about it all day, but I think that just allows a player to feel more comfortable in their skin every time they take the field. Just allows them to play more freely and just, allows them to instill a little bit more trust into their coach.
They know he will have their back. That was for certain, as he showed last night.
There's no denying that.
No denying. Here's Alexa Galligani, senior from White Plains, New York. She's been tested defensively. Does she have it with her bat? She does! Solo shot to lead off her team this fourth inning. And chipping away at that deficit.
Galligani is someone we highlighted coming into this game because she is an impact player. Freshman year, hitting 204. This year, coming in 326. She takes this elevated pitch, drives it to right field, and off rip, she's jogging because she knows off the bat it's over the fence. Cuts the deficit in half. Galligani,
Sixth
a
home run.
moonshot.
A big one there, and you said it. It forces the pitching change to Arkansas. Salo Timmerman, 6'1" freshman, right-handed pitcher, is going to come in. She pitched a couple of innings yesterday in Game 2 against this USF team.
Only gave up one hit, but Burnham coming out the game, 3 innings pitched, giving up 2 earned runs. The last one was that home run that we just saw. The decision to switch from Burnham to Timmerman is not allowing USF to get too comfortable. This is a team that puts barrel to ball quite often, doesn't strike out a ton.
Yeah.
So just changing up that momentum, changing up the look to allow USF to not feel good in the box.
Yeah, strategic. We've seen these coaches, both sides, bring multiple. We saw it last night against Washington. They were utilizing, so was USF, bringing in multiple pitchers to keep the batters off balance. Salo Timmerman, take a look at that scouting report for her.
Yeah, she's going to come in the upper 60s and does split the zone vertically, goes up and down. It's a lot of ground out, but a little bit similar to Burnham, as she does like to go up and down as well. The freshman will get her second appearance in this postseason.
Coach Deichel's been so impressed that she's really been a nice spark for them, coming in, getting more experience. Freshman out of Wisconsin.
That's the thing about Timmerman too. Speaking of, our conversation with Coach Courtney Deifel, this is a freshman that wants those big moments and feels very comfortable under pressure. I think to be able to withstand a tough season and a tough postseason, you got to be able to have that in your DNA. You got to be able to want the ball and want to compete. It's tough being a pitcher. It's tough to be able to keep your head in the game and execute time in and time out.
Patience at the plate for Alex Wilkes. Going to test this freshman to see if she's ready to go in the circle. A home run by Gallegani, the 31st on the season by USF, but 11 of those have come by their leadoff batters. They got a lot of solo shots that they've sent out. It's not their bread and butter, that's for certain. A chopper to McDowell, and she makes the play at first for out number 1. So a good start in the circle for Timmerman and the defense.
These are the top 2 defenses in the country. McDowell just makes it look easy, reads his ball, makes a snag, and great throw. I'm gonna support your pitcher over there in the hot corner. Coming in, the freshman. We talked about Timmerman just wanting those big moments. Had an appearance against Texas earlier this year in their win. She had 4 innings of relief and struck out 7 and no hits. Only 2 walks in that appearance against one of the top teams in the country.
And you're a pitcher, and you know, it's a different kind of mindset. It's just like a lot of sports. Are you a quarterback? Are you a pitcher? What's the mindset of somebody that's in the circle? It takes a different kind of personality to be out there.
It really does. I think kind of got to be crazy. I mean, I really do. Because as a pitcher, you have the ball every single play. You got to be able to have that next pitch mentality. So it's important that you go up there each and every time and you're able to turn it on. Can't take pitches off, because once you do, you're going to see the ball fly past you 500 feet. So I think that in itself, to be able to just rely on your confidence and then just kind of be that dog when you step on the mound.
And rely on the emotional support ball, the
Yes,
travel ball.
this
that
is
you
my
bring with
emotional
you.
support ball.
Always working on your game.
I don't need a stress ball. I need my softball.
The full count with 1 away to Karis Pierce. Sophomore. And the swing and the miss for out number 2, and the first strikeout of the game for Arkansas, and it goes to Timmerman.
And how about that leadoff home run by Gallegani, but then Timmerman coming in and shutting the door automatically, 2 straight outs, and this screwball just does Pierce in.
Yeah,
I love to see it.
After she had singled in her first at bat against Burnham. Wasn't able to get it done there. So 2 away. And here's Dania Brooks. There's a much different feel in this game than game 1 yesterday between these 2 teams. And again, they had sort of flipped the visitor home team scenario. So it was Arkansas that batted first, and we've talked about those 5 runs in the first inning. Just kind of a big punch that was hard to get past for USF.
It was, and they were also facing Robin Heron, who is the ace of this staff. Only pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 earned run, but ultimately was a huge difference maker as well to be able to keep South Florida at bay.
Fans have made it to Bogle Park this entire weekend, especially today for this championship. They average a little over 3,000 per game. And if there's a space to put a chair, they are finding it. They are fighting for them.
You know, averaging 3,000 a game, there's probably 2,500 of them out in the outfield.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I think it's about 1,200 seats. There's some suites here as well. It's a beautiful facility. And another strikeout back-to-back for Sailor Timmerman after the home run shot by Galligani. She's able to shut him down, and we'll get a chance to catch up with her coach, Courtney Deifel, when we come back. Back at Vogel Park, the regional final between number 5 Arkansas and USF, and Arkansas with a 4-2 lead over the Bulls. We're joined now by the Razorbacks head coach, Courtney Deifel. And Coach, you just made a pitching change, and I'd say Sailor Timmerman did a pretty nice job there out in the circle. What was going through your mind as far as making the change when you did?
More than anything, Peyton just doesn't have to labor on a day where she doesn't have her best stuff. We have fresh arms. We have a lot of confidence in all of them, and she gave us what she had today, and then we got to hand the ball to Say and Say looked good in that inning.
Yeah, Coach, talk about confidence. Your whole team with the calm confidence. You talked about just the temperament of them. What are you most proud of that maybe these viewers don't necessarily see on a day-to-day?
Well, they're tremendous humans, and so if you listen to me talk ever, you're going to hear me talk about it. But they are exceptional here, but they're exceptional off the field too, and just really proud to be their coach. I'm proud that they're representing the Razorbacks.
Boy, they're giving us a good one. We really appreciate it, Coach. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Woo Pig.
They are definitely a fun bunch, a good group. These student athletes, we've talked about it with every team that we've had here at this regional, but multiple student athletes having to take finals. They're still in the middle of their classes. They are not on summer break yet. Is not quite here for them.
You know, what was most shocking to me was we were sitting in our interview with Coach Char.
Big shot, but it won't drop. That was Miller getting a hold of it, but perfect placement by Elliott.
And you know, in our talk with Coach Tar, there was somebody from administration there because she was proctoring an exam later that night.
Right there.
So these athletes are not only balancing, okay, who am I going to face tomorrow? What are their tendencies? But, okay, how am I going to do these equations? How am I going to be able to ace this test?
They're reviewing their scout for these games, and then they're also reviewing organic chemistry and whatever else is in front of them. So, pretty impressive group, no doubt.
Plus B plus C. I don't even know. Like, there's a lot going on, and
sure
you know,
is.
as a student athlete.
Oh, finding the gap though. Top of the lineup, Reagan Johnson pushes one between second and first. Walked in her last at bat.
Man, she's impressive. A generational player for the Razorbacks. Now a hit in every game so far, but she's just able to do it in different ways. Finds holes, chops it down, bunts it, but a true leader.
There's a reason she's the all-time career leader in hits for the Razorbacks. Give her number 278. And she received the special bat because of it.
She did. It is painted in chrome.
Love it.
Coach Deifel sent it away to get painted. said it wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when. Had it ready.
She got it, and she's just continued to build on it. Johnson, senior from Collin City, Texas. She's incredible with speed as well. 67 career stolen bases and perfect this year, 19 for 19. And speaking of, she's going to try for 20, and they'll say, yep, she got it. Now just 6 stolen bases away from becoming the all-time leader in that category.
She just gets great jumps, but Reagan Johnson, she just has such long strides. Just kind of glides on the ground when she runs.
Sure
She's able to cover so much ground.
The walk to Brinley Bain. They put runners at first and second with one away.
It's her 5th walk of the weekend.
This is what is at stake. For South Florida, they've got to beat Arkansas here and push it to a 2nd game today. And for Arkansas, if they get this one, they would advance to their 5th Super Regional. They would be the host right here on this field. What an advantage. They've only lost 3 times this year here at home. And overall, in general, here in regional play and Super Regionals, the host teams tend to be the winners, percentage-wise.
When you play at your home field, I think there's a lot of advantages. You know the field like the back of your hand. Literally, you're able to play in front of your home crowd. Talk about Bogle Park being in the top 3 nationally in average attendance. Whenever you have your fans, you're giving them energy, but you're also feeding off of their energy, and it just is a continuous revolving door, or cycle rather.
You had a great fan base as well, and still do at Florida when you played. A little different park though. They just did that renovation right as you were getting out of there.
I'm still upset about that, Krista.
I know. Sorry to bring that up.
Yeah, they renovated the park after I graduated, but I'm glad that they're getting what they deserve, playing in an elite facility. There's a lot of them around the country, especially here at Bogle Park.
I think because of your successes, that's what enabled them to do that renovation.
You know what? Better late than never, right? That's what I'll say.
Exactly. 2 on and 1 out. And McDowell at the plate. There is Johnson. They're stolen base to make their way to 2nd.
Checking the outfield defense to see how much room and time.
Hard shot off the wall into left field. Johnson easily across home plate and a stand-up double for Ella McDowell. And the RBI to go with it. She got a hold of this one.
McDowell just drives this pitch over the head of Elliott out in left field. Gives the Razorbacks some more insurance. I love the Sellies, all smiles for Ella McDowell.
Just the 14th time that USF's given up 5 runs. And here's a shot from Bell. Wilkes to first for the force on the out, but another comes across. That's Bain, another run for Arkansas.
Really productive out by Bell. And their ace in the bullpen right now, starting to get loose. It might be all hands on deck today.
Yes.
To win both games.
I think it's going to take a collective effort here today, and why not? You've got them, use them. Arkansas is pretty special with their bats. They're out having a conversation in the circle now. Carlo Claudio Rivera, pitching coach.
And she just comes in here and talks about just the fight that they've already put up and instilling some more confidence in them and telling them what they've already done this year and how they're prepared for moments like these. Got Schroding, the sophomore, in the circle. actually had a good outing against Arkansas. Just continuing to push the envelope and get some outs for this team. There's 2 outs, runners on second, figure out a way.
Arkansas did a lot of damage with 2 outs in the second inning, and we'll see if they can continue that trend. Kennedy. Has yet to get on in this one.
Good hold. By Kennedy, you see how she steps in the box, and every single time it's yes, 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 no. She gets to where her hips are open, she rotates, but she doesn't let her hands break. She doesn't let her wrist break.
Hard shot, and gets it past Nelson. And they will wave McDowell across for another one. So Dakota Kennedy, the RBI, on her first hit of the day.
She's just a prepared hitter. We talked about yes, 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 no. That's just her being prepared to hit any pitch that she thinks she can handle. And that last one she handled well in the 3-4 hole for another RBI. Some more All-State for the Razorbacks. Now at a 5-run deficit. The South Florida Bulls changing pictures.
Bulls have had a tough time this season when they've given up 5 or more. So they've got to try to find a way to get out of this jam. They bring Belle Sarja to the circle, the grad student. Saw her a little bit yesterday. As we take a look at the bracket, Arkansas cruised into this regional final. Run-ruled Fordham and then run-ruled the South Florida Bulls. South Florida had to fight their way out of the elimination rounds to get here, which means they would have to win 2 times today in order to make their way to the Super Regionals. We're awaiting the winner of the Durham Regional. The winner of this one, those will face each other in the Super Regional rounds. Arkansas now facing Belle Sarja.
The graduate rather, dealt with some injuries earlier this year with her ribs, her ankles, had some tweaks here and there, but is healthy entering the postseason. Arkansas has seen her. She pitched 1 2/3 innings against their first matchup, but has 72 innings pitched on the year, 3rd most on the staff. Hopefully stop the bleeding here and put South Florida back in the dugout with 2 outs and a runner on first.
Pinch runner on first base, number 16. It's Ramsey Walker. Coming in for Dakota Kennedy.
This isn't a pitching staff that's going to necessarily strike you out. I mean, we did see Ernst have 8 yesterday, but through and through, they're really winning games through moving the ball around and relying on their defense.
5 of the 7 runs for Arkansas today in this one have come with 2 outs. And so they have really kept their focus no matter what the scenario has been out there. They've almost taken advantage really of a 2-out scenario. A little added pressure.
Yeah, playing with their backs up against the wall. And on the flip side too, South Florida has got to be able to shut that door, figure out how to get that last out. They've got to really lock it in a little bit extra, knowing that they've rallied with 2 outs on multiple occasions.
Coach Erickson and Coach Deifel, both so much respect for one another, the game itself, and how they let their teams play, their hitting. I heard him talking about how impressed he was with Arkansas's batters. Davey Davison keeps that alive with the foul. With 2 down. Coach Runner Walker on first.
Coach Erickson has been to the World Series. Only time being in 2012.
Making the new pitcher, Sarja, continue now. Pitch number 6 to Davison. Davison, the double in the first inning, really kick-started the scoring run that the Razorbacks went on. Ramsey Walker, the pinch runner, the sophomore on first. About taking off, and that one stays fair. Good jump for Ramsey. Makes her way around third. The slide underneath the tag. And Ramsey Walker gets the run. And how about Davison bringing her around?
How about this hit? This is not even a bad pitch. That pitch is so low, but she goes downstairs, barely makes it in between the foul lines. Gets another RBI, throws off the mark, but it almost looked like there wasn't a ton of communication going home. A straight slide in by Walker.
They give Davison
tries.
the double on that one, her second of this game, but perfect slide underneath, staying low was Walker, knowing that throw was just a little bit high for Strott behind the plate.
I mean, this park, we talk about the attendance rate and how loud it can be. Just looking up at the defense, Kathy Garcia Soto wasn't necessarily even aligned to go home on that play.
And pop up to Garcia Soto there. Will make it out number 3, but more added to the totals for the Razorbacks, up 8-2 as we head into the 5th. We are in Razorback country. Hey, the Women's College World Series returns to Oklahoma City. The action begins Thursday, May 28th at 12 Eastern, live on ESPN. And for more information on the 2026 Women's College World Series, visit ncaa.com, the home for all NCAA championships. We got the Pork Chop Park out in center field. We've got Razorback Cotton Candy. They have got it all here at Bogle Park, and they've got some good bats going as well. How about a 4-run inning for Arkansas to go up 8-2? USF, they got to get the bats going. Good shot from Nelson, but right to Rijo for out number 1.
Yeah, and to your point, 6 for 9 with 2 outs, hitting .667. I mean, most of the runs, 2 outs, just hitting with their backs up against the wall, just executing. Love to see it, but Timmerman coming in after Elliott's home run and retiring 3 straight, to me was impressive last inning from the freshman.
I'm with you. It absolutely was. Came in last inning, as you said, and 3 in a row. 2 of those were strikeouts. This is Jocelyn Wilkes, senior. Stepping in to pinch hit. Haven't seen her this regional so far. One of the 3 Wilkes sisters, Jocelyn the senior, the first that Coach Erickson has added to his team. And a big swing and a miss. 3rd strikeout for Timmerman. Tough to come in for that senior.
Just dealing. I mean, here goes upstairs. Crazy spin by the sophomore. She's been a dog ever since she came in, Krista.
I love the fact that Coach Erickson gave an opportunity to Jocelyn Wilkes, though, the senior. She's one of 5 seniors on this team. I mean, one of these teams is going to be done with their season and their careers, and I love the fact that he brought a senior in and gave her a chance.
I mean,
I haven't seen her a lot.
all hands on deck as well.
Her 16th game on the season, but not able to get past Timmerman. 2 down. And here is Torrin Fulton. Fulton had to leave early. She was part of that collision at 3rd yesterday. And gets underneath this one. Back to Rijo, and 3 up, 3 down. That has been Sailor Timmerman's MO. Arkansas with their bats again after this. Let's take a look at our Capital One rewarding performance. Got to talk about the bats. We started the game talking about them, and we are still talking about them, Alicia.
Man, this Arkansas team has been on a roll. This game going 4 for 8 with runners in scoring position, just getting the job done. They're firing on all cylinders and bringing the energy.
Some of the numbers. You got Kennedy Miller with that 3-run shot in the second inning. 6 of their 8 runs scored with 2 outs. Boy, they keep the focus and the pedal down, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, that's the name of the game, right? We're in postseason. These teams can't take any pitches off if they want to be able to advance.
You can't let up. You're right.
You can't. They continue to rack up that momentum and just hope and pray and keep pushing forward, push the envelope.
This team hosted last year's regional and super regionals, and they were knocked out by Ole Miss in the super regional here on the home field. Their focus and goal has been to go even further. It's one round at a time, though. And that one taken care of. Wyckoff right to Garcia Soto. There you see number 11, that's Alex Wilkes, but you got 3 Wilkes sisters. Jocelyn, we just saw her bat, number 10, and then Casey is number 12, and she is behind the plate. So Coach Erickson making some defensive changes all around the board. How about 3 sets of sisters on this one team? I love this.
How special to be able to play with your siblings, growing up in the same household, maybe playing together in high school and on your travel ball teams, but the collegiate realm, to be able to wear the same uniform and go through the highs and the lows of what college demands of you. It's a special experience that each of them explained. Extremely happy to be able to.
It's incredibly fun. Ava Galligani's also entered. She's in right field, right next to her sister in center field.
I wish I could play with my sister, but she's 6, so there's no.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm playing with her is Barbies, maybe.
You could coach her. There you go. Shot out to Ava Galligani, and immediately in, being tested, and got it done. Almost misjudged that one.
Right. Somehow the ball always finds you once you enter the game, but maybe the sun had something to do with that.
It's a high five from her sister, Alexa. All of them took a picture for us here as they came into regional play, and we thank them for that. It was really special to see that. Loved talking with Alexa Galligani, the senior. She said, I played with my sister Ava through high school and some travel ball. Didn't think I'd get to play with her in college. And she was so happy when Coach Erickson had a spot for her to be on this team. And we've talked about this some, you know, he found a good pipeline in some of these families with these siblings. Why not?
Yeah, Coach Erickson says the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Good families, competitive athletes. Can't be too different, can they?
That's right. Maybe even better sometimes.
The story was funny, the one he told about the Wilkes sisters, not necessarily recruiting.
Megan Johnson, opposite direction, but the out is made. 3 up, 3 down for USF. Absolutely, got to get their bats going here. Don't miss a minute of the action from the NCAA Softball Regionals. We'll take you to the best live action on the 7 Innings Live Show on the ESPN app. You can see every game and every big moment on the road to the Women's College World Series, only on the ESPN networks. This is where they create the Razorback Cotton Candy. And if we had more of a break in our timeouts, we could make our way over there.
Yeah, I think that's just so spirited. I love it.
It is too.
Almost looks like a Squishmallow.
I know. I
Fun
thought
for
it
the
was at
kids.
first, and then when you said it was cotton candy, I even got more excited.
Mouth started watering a little bit. Better than Burger King for sure.
For sure. Top of the 6th. Bulls hoping for 2 chances here to chip away at the deficit to push this to a second game, but they have got to find a way to get it past Timmerman and this defense. It's been stifling. Top of the lineup, Elliott. Riho there, scoops it up, gets the finish. Olivia Elliott 0 for 3 today. She's one of those top leadoff hitters that typically finds an opening, but so far not the case.
Elliott too is not, your typical leadoff in a sense where she doesn't necessarily slap every single time. Something that, Reagan Johnson does, more of your typical leadoff that you've seen traditionally.
Yeah.
But she has such good barrel control too, which makes her a staple at the top.
Been a tough one today for Kathy Garcia Soto as well. And remember, USF did have 2 games yesterday, and they had that later evening game yesterday, a close one against Washington. But they finally flip-flopped back and forth with lead changes and took the lead late in the 6th. And a big swing and the miss there for Garcia Soto, and that is strikeout number 4 for Sailor Timmerman.
Man, Timmerman just attacks her, and then just takes this pitch, screw on the outer half, and it just sweeps. Kathy Garcia Soto can't handle it. Almost does a spin move. That one, she's just been unhittable since she's came into this game.
Came in the 4th after a solo home run had been given up, and then took care of 3 straight, and has done so the rest of the way, last inning as well, and now the first 2 here in this one.
Retired 8 straight since she has came in. It was Gallegani who hit that home run against Burnham in her last at bat, which caused the change in the circle. But to your point, Krista, this is a South Florida team that did play 2 games yesterday. You just talk about maybe some of the fatigue that they might be experiencing, whether they might feel it or not. Already played 3 games in this regional tournament.
And Alicia, other than the run rule game against Arkansas, their Washington matchups were really close and went down to the wire. It took a lot of mental energy, physical energy to get those wins.
I tell you, those 2 games were really fun to call because
Yeah.
of all the punches that were being thrown. Washington with the back-to-back home runs,
Yeah.
and South Florida just not giving up, being gritty through and through, figuring out ways to get those wins.
That's how they got themselves here. Gallegani, dribbler to Davison, and once again, 3 up, 3 down for Timmerman and Arkansas as we head into the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back to Fayetteville, Arkansas. The Razorbacks are putting on a show here, bottom of the 6th inning, and they've got the 6-run lead, 8-2 over South Florida. Crystal Blunt, Alicia Ocasio with you as we take a look at this regional bracket. The winner of this one will move on to the Super Regionals, and they face the winner of number 12 Duke and Arizona. That second game is being played right now. Duke has a 1-0 lead over Arizona, and it will be interesting to see. This would be the host. If Arkansas finishes this off and gets the win, they would host right here at Bogle Park. And, home runs galore. We've seen it from Arkansas. Well, Duke, they had eight home runs coming into today's games before they got that sweep handed to them by Arizona. They've got some power in their bats as well.
They do. I mean, between, Amina Vega and then Deanna Jennings, I mean, they've just got some players at the top of their lineup that have really been consistent all season and just some top performers. So this is going to be an interesting super regional. Whether it is with Duke or Arizona, we will have to wait and see who wins that game too.
Yeah, it's a special pitching as well. Cassidy Curd has been solid all season. So it will be fun, but there's still some game to play here as USF would love to try to push this one to 2 if they can, just like Duke has. Arkansas looking pretty relaxed right now as Bain tries to lead things off.
I think South Florida, I think they're saying to themselves, just got to give themselves an opportunity to come back. Arkansas able to break this one open here and walk it off. Sarja in the circles just got to be able to stay competitive, make good pitches, play good defense. But then again, and with the hits we've seen today, Arkansas can take a ball at the ankles and drive it for a base hit.
They really have a great awareness of timing and what they need to do, and you could see it right there. Brinley Bain has really stood out to me. The freshman and her batting and hitting, it's just textbook.
She's a professional hitter, and she's really showed it throughout the course of the season, been very consistent. We talked about her elite zone awareness. She's always prepared. Her dad comes to the hotels when they're at, away trips, and they're in the parking lot hitting heavy balls. I thought that was a fun little nugget that we got from Coach Deifel. So she's always working, always doing something to continue to better herself, and I love that.
Casey Wood will pinch run, junior, number 13 for Bain. Yeah, her father played some college baseball, and he has stayed involved. As you see, Ella McDowell to the plate, sophomore from Richmond, Texas. Started all of last year in her freshman year. She has started every single game this year as well. She was the number 3 recruit and the number 1 infielder out of last year's group. She's moved around defensively too, in and out of different positions. Moved to third base and just did it seamlessly, it seems.
Yeah, she talked about that transition as well, going from shortstop to third base. While it took a bit of an adjustment for her internally, Coach Deifel said it looked pretty seamless.
She did.
Balls coming off really hard in the hot corner, but you have less time to react. But she's such an athlete. She's able to move over there and make it look easy. I think a lot of players too, they get recruited as shortstops, and then coaches end up moving them in different positions because you'll typically see shortstops be the most athletic player on the field. Me, for instance, I played shortstop growing up, and then I ended up playing outfield and third base and different things like that.
Interesting. Well, the walk to McDowell puts 2 on and nobody out. And here is Tiana Bell. Sack fly in her last at bat. That's the first one for strike one.
You see she's trying to get her team back in the dugout with that swing, but she's always going to take her hacks. It's one thing about Tiana Bell is she's going to get her swing off each and every time. You see she has a taller stance whenever she steps into the box. But she has really good pitch recognition. Even though she has that taller stance, she's able to recognize balls throughout the zone, able to drop that back knee when she needs to reach something lower, able to maneuver her body to be able to commit to a pitch. That's why she has so much pop in her bat. There's a ton of RBIs for the Razorbacks.
Goes for that outside pitch. Just barely got a piece of it. The 1-2 count. These players, these fans have brought it. I'll tell you what, the DJ here has brought it as well. He has really made a fun atmosphere. He's playing some good tunes at this park. I hope he's going to be here if they continue to host.
Me bounce in my seat.
And gets her swinging. Much needed by the Bulls, and Sarja with her first strikeout of the game and the first out to Arkansas.
Man, I tell you, this senior class on Arkansas, they got 6 seniors in their lineup, and in total they have 8 seniors who have never made it to the World Series.
Yeah.
Only made it out of regionals one time, and that was last year when they lost to Ole Miss. So they're hungry, they're leading the squad. They want to get to the next round and be able to fight their way, claw their way into the World Series. I said this before, I think they have the tools and the maturity that they have this year, I think can help get them there as well.
You can see the progress that Coach Deifel has instilled in this organization, and she had nothing but praise for her staff that's helped build it and do it with her. And she said, we always just focus on what we do. We trust in that system. We look for specific types of players, the right pieces to add to that, and they are building the right kind of culture. That's a really big jump since she's taken over.
Yeah, those first 2 years under Coach Courtney Deifel, sub 500, taking over the helm. But after that, she's got some of the players that she recruited, been plus 500 since.
Opposite field and finding a gap with 2 on. They're both going to be waved around. And 2 more runs score for Arkansas. And that gives them another run rule.
Wow.
3 run rules in a row in this regional for Arkansas.
And Kennedy doing it 2 separate times, walking it off on a home run, and here a double to score 2. To do it in walk-off fashion. Again, 2 RBIs for Dakota Kennedy. They have been on with the pitching, the defense, and they have been all gas, no breaks.
Can't say enough about the effort of this veteran USF team as well.
Man, going Oppo Taco to end it too. So much power, able to spray it here and there and everywhere.
They allowed just 4 runs in this regional play, the second fewest in an NCAA regional. As their season will continue on, they will be the host for Super Regionals, and an impressive 44 winning season for USF comes to an end.
Yeah, USF has battled all season, winning their conference and just showing a ton of fight, ton of personality, ton of energy all season long. Just got to tip your caps to the Bulls.
No doubt about it. Take a look at the bracket here. Still awaiting the winner of Duke and Arizona. That one is underway right now. It's been a fun one. But Arkansas's got that business mindset right now, Alicia.
They do. Run rolling every opponent over the weekend. They are just dominant, and they're hoping that this momentum is carried on to next weekend.
Fans got to get ready. Super Regionals will be here. That's our final, Arkansas, the 10-2 win over USF. They move on to the NCAA Super Regionals. For Alicia Ocasio, I'm Krista Blunt. Goodbye from Bogle Park.